Stone County Enterprise Tomcat Insider, bringing you results from Week 1 of the 2010 high school football season. Coach Brian Oak's Stone High Tomcats suffered a tough 32-27 loss at the hands of the host Long Beach Bearcats at Lumpkin-McGee Stadium Friday night. While the Tomcats showed flashes of brilliance during the game, mistakes and cramps took their toll as the Bearcats came back from 3 separate deficits and scored a game-winning touchdown in the final minute. I'll be back in a moment to discuss the first half after this word from Hudson Farm Supply.
Hudson Farm Supply at 336 Hall Street in Wiggins is your home for all things farm-related. With feed, seed, fertilizer, farm clothing, horse tack, and pet supplies, including wormers and vaccinations, Hudson Farm Supply can meet your needs with a friendly, knowledgeable staff dedicated to the highest levels of customer service. If you have a farm supply-related question and the staff at Hudson Farm Supply do not have the answer, they won't rest until they get it. Proud supporters of Tomcat Athletics, Matt Hudson and Joel Miles invite you to stop by Hudson Farm Supply, sit a spell, and rehash this week's game.
One way to do it, one scratch, 2 more.
Thank you very much.
Come shop with us at Hudson Farm Supply.
I'm back, and after the Tomcats took an incredible number of penalties, they finally got on the board when D. Arrington carried the ball into the end zone from 5 yards out, and Sam Fountain kicked the PAT with 1:51 left in the opening quarter. That lead was fairly short-lived, however, as Long Beach converted an interception of Clint Hatton into a touchdown on 3 straight plays, one around the left end, one around the right end, and the third back around the left. The Bearcats gained significant yardage on each of the 3 plays. Another interception gave the ball back to the Bearcats, but the Stone defense held and the offense once again drove toward the Long Beach end zone only to have another pass picked off and return the length of the field for another touchdown. The Bearcats' PAT was wide and the teams went to the locker room with Long Beach holding a 13-7 lead. Let's take a break for a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back to talk about the second half. I'm back with the Tomcat Insider Highlight Show. When we left, the Tomcats were trailing Long Beach 13-7, but it didn't take long for the momentum to swing in favor of Stone. Jataris Willis intercepted the Bearcats quarterback Anthony D'Angelo and returned the ball for what appeared to be a Stone touchdown. That was called back by a penalty, however, and Clint Hatton then hit Lee Redeemer with a laser strike for a 50-yard TD. Penalized for excessive celebration, the ball was moved out to the 24-yard line and junior place kicker Sam Fountain removed any doubt about his abilities as he kicked a 34-yard extra point to put the Tomcats up 14-13. Stone added to the lead when Hatton hit tight end Cade Amaker at the 2-yard line. Amaker took a wicked hit from the Long Beach defender and fumbled into the end zone where an alert Redeemer covered the ball for a Tomcat touchdown. Fountain's PAT went wide left, and the quarter ended with Stone leading 20-13. setting up a wild and woolly fourth quarter we'll talk about after this commercial.
Hudson Farm Supply at 336 Hall Street in Wiggins is your home for all things farm related. With feed, seed, fertilizer, farm clothing, horse tack, and pet supplies, including wormers and vaccinations, Hudson Farm Supply can meet your needs with a friendly, knowledgeable staff dedicated to the highest levels of customer service. If you have a farm supply related question and the staff at Hudson Farm Supply do not have the answer, they won't rest until they get it. Proud supporters of Tomcat Athletics, Matt Hudson and Joel Miles invite you to stop by Hudson Farm Supply, sit a spell, and rehash this week's game.
One lamb billet, one scratch, and 2 corn.
Thank you very much.
Come shop with us at Hudson Farm Supply.
We're back to talk about a quarter of football that resembled nothing if not a heavyweight fight with the contestants trading haymakers. With 3 minutes left to play, the Bearcats blitzed Hatton as he was backed up against his own goal line, and he fumbled the ball as he was hit, only to see Long Beach recover in the end zone for a touchdown. The PAT was good, and Long Beach faithful were on their feet as the score stood at 20-20. The momentum quickly shifted back in Stone's favor as Darius Jones returned the kickoff to the Long Beach 40-yard line. One play later, Arrington took a Hatton pass out of the backfield and bowled his way to the Long Beach end zone. Fountain converted and the Tomcats led 27-20. Just as quickly, the Bearcats marched back down the field, scored, and looking for the win, decided to go for a 2-point conversion in the hopes of taking a 28-27 victory. D'Angelo's pass was caught, but the receiver's legs were in the end zone while the ball never broke the plane, and it appeared the Tomcats might go home with a 27-26 win. We'll come back after this and tell you how it all ended on a hot and muggy night in Long Beach. After an unsuccessful 2-point conversion attempt, Long Beach tried an onside kick, and in the sort of controversy which seems to dog the Tomcats, the ball went less than 10 yards and hit a Bearcat player. That player picked up the ball and started to walk off the field, and it looked like Stone could run out the clock. Inexplicably, the officials claimed the ball had gone the requisite 10 yards and gave the Bearcats possession at midfield. D'Angelo wasted no time taking advantage of the break and hit a receiver for the final score of the night with 21.8 seconds left on the clock. On their ensuing possession, Stone completed a pass but failed to get out of bounds to stop the clock, and a hurried play resulted in a Long Beach interception as time expired, giving the Bearcats a shocking 32-27 victory. Mistakes cost the Tomcats dearly as they incurred 19 penalties and committed 5 turnovers, while the oppressive heat also took a toll. Several Stone players required attention for muscle cramps, a sore point with Oaks. "That's inexcusable," the coach said. "We've been telling them since day one about the importance of taking enough fluids, and here we are in week 5. They didn't have problems because of conditioning. They had problems because of dehydration, and there's no excuse for that." The Tomcats host George County next Friday, and Coach Todd Miller and I will be there to bring you all the action at www.stonecountyenterprise.com. We'll have new equipment that will hopefully cure the technical difficulties we faced Friday, so you'll get all the action of Tomcat football. God bless and take care.